Well, hello there. You know, I can't understand why people live in the United States of America that are citizens in the United States of America put up with the stuff that's going on. I was reading a report by that Pew Research Institute. And you know, if you put the Democrats, if you put the people that are registered as Democrats and Republicans that are registered voters, I guess it was, because there's more legal voters than there are registered voters. You know, people that could vote. But if you put all the Democrats and Republicans together, there's 52% of registered voters. 32% are Democrats. So that leaves the rest as Republicans. Now, I can't vote in the primary election to say who's on the ballot. And there's only two choices: Democrat or Republican. And unless you're a Democrat or a Republican registered voter, you cannot have any vote or say in who's going to be on the ballot in November. Now, in a land of liberty where all of these people are yapping about voters' rights and everything, why is it that 48% of registered voters, unless they want to re-register and declare as a Republican or a Democrat, can't vote to put that guy on the ballot? And there'll only be two on the ballot, one Democrat and one Republican. Either or. And they say that's democracy. Well, I got news for you. That's a dictatorship. Period. Go think about it. You go down and vote for your state senator. There'll be a Democrat and a Republican once in a while. There'll be an oddball in there. An independent. Whatever. Might be a Green Party. There might be but they'll be only in your state. Representatives the same way. Most of them will be either a Democrat or a Republican. But you can vote in the November election if you're registered, because you only got one choice: him or him. Either or. Now you see, that's not the way it's supposed to be. And I sit here and listen to these ads. ACLU has been on there. You know, them people that are American Civil Liberties Union. We're up for the rights. We're going to ensure that you got your rights, you poor people out there. No. They're a bunch of people that can't get good jobs or something else, probably, and they want people to donate money to the ACLU so they can get paid some and go out and make up how good they are. Well, you got to trust a lawyer. I don't care if it's one of them $1,000 an hour big shots on Wall Street, or whether it's one of them $30 an hour poor guys, or one of them public defenders. They're all in it for the money, with few exceptions, who wish to do right by people and do right by the law. Now, I got a problem there. I was reading something where that Justice Alito, that guy in the Supreme Court of the United States of America back there, SCOTUS, he was talking about, say, got some deal where they heard him on a recording saying something about to get a God I don't know, any way to get God back into the country. That's no concern of the Supreme Court, because religion has nothing to do with equal justice amongst all people. See, now you got those, you got Christians, you got Muslims, you got Jewish people, you got Catholics, you got Protestants, you got Islam, you got Hindus, you got, you got Wiccans, you got everything else. No, those religions got nothing to do with the basic justice of liberty. They can practice their religion where, how, and what they may. They just can't have human sacrifices. Well, I don't know. I guess it's some nut volunteers. I don't know. But anyway, that government in Washington and the government in each state of the Union, and they're supposed to be independent, sovereign nation states, if anybody actually cared about that document, the Constitution of the United States, that created the Union of States, Union of Nation States, Union of Independent, Sovereign Nation States. That's where we got in trouble. They got that two-party system put in back there. And by the time you get up to the end of the Civil War, it has become a socialist, either or, party system that can do most anything. You go back and you look at where that Federal Reserve System came from. Well, let's see, that came in about the same time that old Woodrow Wilson, that great socialist, was doing all of his stuff. Oh, let's see, that Amendment 16 that made the income tax, people in all the states would pay to honor and uphold that royal thing in Washington, D.C. Oh, and the 17th Amendment, let's see. Oh, the people need to elect the senators so they can be loyal party people and go back to Washington and do what the party mob bosses want them to do. Okay, that just took away all the sovereignty. The money and the senators took away all the independence, all the sovereignty, everything of the nation states. It emasculated them. They got no say in nothing. That came out of the Civil War. That's what the whole idea of the Civil War was. Oh, you can talk about slavery. That was a Christian fanatic idea. Abolition. Go check it out. Read history. Read about John Brown. Read about the rest of them great abolitionists. They really didn't care a darn about black people, about the slaves. They only cared because we are, and that is unrighteous. You cannot do that. God says you cannot do that. No, God never said that. You go read that Bible. He told the Jews, the Israelites, certain things. Go read what you want, anywhere. My God never said you can't do something. He says, you hadn't better. I don't like you to do that. See? Now let's think about this thing about liberty and all this stuff that's going on. Nobody will listen to me, but if you do, go think about it. Read, study. Look around. Pay attention. Do you want to be a feedlot critter that the government tells you what to do, when to do it, and how to do it? Or do you want to be a free person and have your liberty? You can choose to do. Choose anything, everything, all things. Think about it. Well, you have a good day, and may God bless you all.